What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with a brand new review for The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, you guys. This is going to be season number 4, I believe it is, you guys. And this is episode number 7, and the episode is titled An Olive Branch with Thorns, you guys. So before we go ahead and jump into this review, if you guys are watching this video, or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I'm gonna need you guys to do me a solid favor, you guys, and stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and also by sharing the video, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this episode of Salt Lake City, shall we? And oh my God, Will Smith statement. Oh my God, please keep it away from me. Jesus, keep that away from me. So if you guys are watching this, let me know what you guys thought about this episode of Salt Lake City. For me, I rather enjoyed this episode. Once again, you guys, I think it was another good episode. And I got to be honest, I think the addition of Monica to this show has is really a good thing for this show. I think Monica is a great addition to this show. But again, I want you guys to tell me what you think and what you feel about this, about her on the show. And we will go ahead and just jump into it. So let's see, where do we want to start up at with this episode? I feel like we will start up with Whitney, because I don't feel like Whitney had like a whole lot that we can discuss in this week's episode. So let's get Whitney on our screen. So Whitney, we see Whitney, and she and Justin, they went out on a date with each other. And so you guys know that Justin is back to work. Oh, also, you guys, I want to say something. So I know last week I did my live and I ended the live and I deleted the live because there was something going on with my internet. It was tripping. So sorry about last week and not doing live. It didn't work out. And I just got frustrated and I just said, forget it, right? And then also that video had gotten flagged, which I didn't understand why, because I never said anything in that video. But yeah, so Whitney, we see her with Justin. You guys remember, Justin is back working full time. And so now they're just getting into the swing of their new dynamic with him working full time and Whitney's being at home with the kids, right? So Justin is talking about how overwhelmed he feels with, um, being back to work. And Whitney is discussing how she feels, right? And she was talking about the fact that when it comes down to Justin, she feels as if she is doing, basically, Whitney feels like she's doing everything by herself. She feels like, she's sinking because she says she wakes up in the morning. So she's getting the kids ready for school. The kids are fighting with each other. And, she's making them breakfast. She's trying to break up the kids from fighting with each other. The bacon is burning. The dog is on the couch. And then Justin has turned the TV on and he's on Instagram. So she feels like Justin is not really stepping up the way she is. So she wants Justin to just step up more. They also talked about the fact that, she feels like he doesn't validate her. He feels he does validate her. And so she also tells him that, I guess he wasn't wearing his wedding ring at one point. So Whitney felt a way about that. So, and I guess in retaliation, she took her wedding ring off. I'm like, that's pretty childish, Whitney. Like, it didn't make any sense to me that you are going to get mad at your husband because he took his wedding ring off, but then you go and take your wedding ring off. Like, what does that what is that, solve? What solution is that's not a solution? So that's really the thing with Whitney and Justin. Let me know what you guys thought about Whitney and Justin in this episode. And I guess we'll go ahead and move on to the next person. Now, what I will say is the beginning of the episode didn't give a whole lot. Where we really got to the mess was, it was at the end of the episode with Angie's, I don't know, I guess it's Greek Easter party. That's where we got the bulk of what happened in this episode. So we're gonna go ahead and move over to Lisa. Excuse me, you guys. So Lisa, we see Lisa. So she and Angie are going to make candles, right? So they're talking. And so one of the little girls that works at this place came up to Lisa and said that she knows Jack, right? And she tells Lisa that she knew about Jack's mission long before Lisa knew about Jack's mission. I'm like, that kind of says a lot about you as a parent. Not trying to be funny and not trying to be shady, but that kind of speaks to your parenting, that your son didn't feel comfortable enough to come to you and express to you that he was going on a mission. I don't know if it's saying that he doesn't. Well, I just said what it is. It's him. It's a lack of comfortability, and that's not a good thing. That you don't. That his friends know everything, but you're the last one to know about it. So I think that might be something that Lisa wants to delve deeper into and try to figure out why that's the case. Because, like I said, overall, it's not really a good thing, and it's not something to brag about, right? And she kind of laughed it off, but I think it was kind of like a nervous laugh that she was doing. So then at one point, Lisa and Angie talked about this Greek Easter that she's having, right? And they talked about her invitation. We'll talk about how she sent the ladies their invitation in a little bit. So she talked about the fact that she's invited everybody. She's invited Mary, Whitney, Heather, Monica. She decided not to invite Meredith. She was originally going to invite Meredith, but the reason why she decided not to invite Meredith is because of the things that she heard that Meredith was saying about her marriage. Now, let's clarify that. Meredith didn't say anything about your marriage. What happened is Whitney brought up that Meredith said she knew things about your marriage on the trip. And then she went to Monica to see if Monica knew what the rumors were. Monica told her what the rumors were. Monica never at any point said that Meredith was the one that said it. What she said was that Meredith is saying his boyfriends are going around town talking and they should stop talking. That's not saying anything about him. That's just saying that people are spreading, people that he's allegedly sleeping with are saying things about him. And if that's the case, then it's just the case. Like, you can take it however you want, but Angie to me is like a dog with a bone that she doesn't want to let it go, because nothing to me with Angie made any sense in this episode. But again, she's not inviting Meredith. And, Lisa is talking about how, she is trying to rebuild with Meredith, but the things that she's seeing, because she's dealt with, the rumors that Meredith, brings up, right? And I get where Lisa's coming from. If Lisa feels a way, then, you feel how you want to feel. I'm not taking away from that. Like, by no means am I going to take away from how she feels. So definitely, you guys tell me if you guys agree with Lisa. How do you guys feel about Lisa? How do you guys feel about Meredith? How do you guys feel with when it comes to this Angie situation? Please let me know let me know what you guys think, and we can definitely discuss it. So after that, you guys, I want to actually, you know what? Since we're talking about her, so I did notice in this episode that although Meredith had a solo scene and she met up with Mary, Mary had her own solo scene. And you don't see that too often with a friend of, where they have their own separate scenes because they're not primary cast members, right? But Mary had a solo scene with her son, and this is where she was asking him if he was in fact married, right? So just like Mary is awkward, her son is equally awkward. And I do want to talk about Mary real quick. So Mary was on Watch What Happens Live last Wednesday with Andy and Z-Way, right? I did not like the comment that she made about Heather and their Gucci outfit that she has on, talking about they didn't make it, she didn't know that they made it in her size. Nene Lee said it years ago, they make them in your size when you got the coins. Now, let's not sit here and pretend like Mary is some fashion expert and anybody would go to her for fashion advice. Would not, because some of the things that she wear are god awful and tacky as hell, right? Even her wigs are tacky. So I didn't like that. Now I did, when Andy asked her, that people are asking the questions of why did she come back to Salt Lake City? She said, I came back to help y'all. That's the truth. I do believe that Mary came back to help them. But also when it comes to Mary, as much as I can, say Mary's quirky, Mary's funny, right? We need more from Mary. If Mary is going to continue to be on this show, I do agree with people when they say she needs to participate with the ladies, right? And I get it. She's still dealing with, the things that happened in season 2 of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I get that. So she doesn't necessarily know if she can trust these ladies, and I'm fine with that. But if you don't feel like you can trust the ladies, then I don't think that you should have come back to this show. My personal opinions, right? My personal opinions. And we know that Mary is into the church, right? And I know that there'll be certain things that Mary won't want to participate in, like the drag stuff. I know that Mary would not want to participate in that stuff because of who she is. And so that I wasn't upset about. But when they were in the park doing whatever they were doing, like, ma'am, you could have definitely participated in that situation, right? But again, I want you guys to tell me what you guys think and feel about Mary. So Meredith came up. Oh, she did find out that her son is married, right? Like I said, her son is just as awkward as she is. So Meredith came over and they had a conversation. And so, they were talking about this group. And like I said, Mary doesn't feel comfortable being around this group. She feels like the girls have not changed at all since she was last around them. That's understandable. But again, I will say one more time, if you don't want to be around these girls, then why did you excuse me, y'all. Why did you sign on to come back to the show? I don't understand it, right? I hope if Mary does come back for season 5, that we get to see a different, but what am I expecting, right? Mary was always in her closet. So I don't know what I it's feel like I'm trying to put a round peg into a square hole, right? That's kind of what it feels like when it comes to Mary. But I do want more from Mary. I really do. So Mary talked about the invitations that they got from what's her name again? Angie, right? And so Meredith was not invited. And Meredith is fine with it because Meredith is going out to LA because she's going to the GLAAD Awards with Brooks, right? And so they brought up the situation with Angie, and Meredith. This whole thing is my son is gay, so I wouldn't put that out there as if it's a negative thing or a bad thing. She says she's heard the rumors, and that's all it was. She didn't spread the rumors, and I agree with Meredith, and I also going to agree with Monica later in the episode. I don't think that they started the rumors. I think that they've heard these rumors around town, and I feel like Angie probably has heard, I think Angie has heard these rumors as well. And so I think she might be upset that they've come to the show, but that's the price you pay when you sign up to be a primary cast member on a reality show. People are going to bring your business out. So you should have, if you heard the rumors, you should have expected that somebody may say, hey, we've heard these rumors about Sean, that Sean has a boyfriend, and you should have just been able to say, hey, yeah, I've heard those rumors too, but they're not true. So what else is new? And he's still with me. So what else is new? Yeah, if he has a boyfriend, his boyfriend is on the side next to me. I'm the main. The boyfriend would be excess, not even something that he goes out in public with. So she could have hit people back with that, right? But she didn't. She got upset about it. And again, I'm not mad that she got upset. That's her business. That's her prerogative. She can feel however the hell she wants to feel, right? So, um, when Meredith said that she's not going to Angie's event, Mary said that, hey, guess what? I'm not going either. So that was it with their scene. Let's move on to Heather, you guys. Now, we'll say with Heather. You guys know I like Heather, right? Well, I don't like Heather that much. I used to like Heather, right, in the beginning of Salt Lake City, and then with when season 2, I felt the way about them with I felt the way in season 2 with Whitney and Heather, but it is what it is. Let's get to the comments. I just saw a comment pop up. Hey, Shayna. You said, I don't watch Salt Lake City, but stopping by to say, like the video, everyone. Yes, please like the video. I know you don't watch Salt Lake City. I do plan on going live later on tonight. Oh, Jesus. I just took my glasses off and I can't see a damn thing. So I do plan on going live later today for Love is Blind to talk about the reunion, the lackluster reunion, and they had the nerve to be an hour long. Jesus Christ, why? And I know something that you'll be here for. Married at First Sight returns tonight. God, why is Married at First Sight back? But yeah, you guys, I'm gonna do my live. So here's I want to give you guys a little tip, a little um schedule for Wednesday nights going after this Wednesday, right? Because you guys know Married at First Sight returns tonight. Then next Wednesday, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills returns. So you guys know I'm going to be reviewing Beverly Hills. Um, then after Beverly Hills returns, Real Housewives of Miami returns. So I got Real Housewives of Beverly. So I got 4 shows that I'm going to be reviewing on Wednesdays. Married at First Sight, but Married at First Sight will be on Thursday afternoons, about 12 noon or 1 p.m. Central Time. Right? It'll be somewhere in that. Then, like I said, Beverly Hills. You guys know I love Beverly Hills, so we're definitely going to do this season of Beverly Hills. We're going to stick with the Real Housewives of Miami. And unfortunately, I'm going to be back reviewing Sisters, you guys. Jesus be offense. So yeah, though. So what you guys can expect on Wednesday nights, you can expect Beverly Hills, Miami, and Sisters. All 3 of those videos will be up throughout the night on Wednesdays, and then, like I said, on Thursday afternoons, join me as we go live to discuss Married at First Sight in Denver. Pray for us. Shayna says, I'm dreading Mavs this season. I am too, but one thing I will say about Mavs this season, there is a couple that's not going to make it past, from what I've heard, there's a couple that's not going to make it past the weddings. So I'm very interested to see how that plays out. That's the only thing that has me drawn into this season of Mavs is the fact that one of the couples, from what I've heard, they did not get married at all. So I'm kind of curious to see how that's happening because I think this is a Married at First Sight first. So I'm interested in that. Heather, nothing with her scene. She was talking to her daughter about Lisa's son going on his mission. Granted, Heather, I get it. You're trying to tell us that the missions are like a cult, right? And I understand that. Because listening to what y'all said about the Mormon church, it absolutely 100% sounds like a cult. And I wouldn't want my child anywhere near that. If I have kids and my kids say, "Oh, I got a friend that's Mormon," I would say, you can be friends with them, but don't let them tell you nothing about religion. Not a damn thing. We don't need that in here. Keep that Mormon mess over there at their home. Don't bring it into my household, right? And this is no offense to anybody who is Mormon, right? No offense. But the things that they have said on this show, and the biggest thing is the fact that before 19 whatever, I think it was in the 60s, right? When they first started accepting black people, yeah, my black ass don't see that. We ain't feeling that. We ain't rocking with it. So I would definitely tell my kids, you can be friends with somebody who's Mormon, but be don't bring that Mormonism into my house. No offense, no shade. I respect everybody's religion as long as your religion is not racist against me. That's all I got to say. So yeah, I want Heather to drop it because at this point it's old, it's tired, and I'm through with it. So we're gonna move on and wrap up with Angie, you guys. So Angie is having this, like I said, she's having a Greek Easter celebration, right? So she sent all the ladies an invite, and it was an Easter bunny. I'm sorry. I know that these women knew about the East, knew something was going to happen, right? Because the cameras had to follow them. So I'm sorry if an Easter bunny came up on me like that. One was in Heather's car. One came up to Mary's window and knocked on it. Like absolutely not. I'm gonna punch the hell out of that Easter bunny. I'm sorry. That Easter bunny's getting drop kicked. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. I'm gonna drop kick the hell out of that Easter bunny because I just don't do that. Just kind of creeps me out just a little bit. So we get to the party. Before that, Mary called her and let her know she wouldn't be able to make it because she had to go out to Vegas because her home in Vegas, it has some issues with the plumbing, I believe, and they just got it fixed, right? So at the party, Lisa and Heather, they talk to each other. And, Heather brought up how she heard that Lisa was triggered about her inviting Angie over to her home. She said, yes, she was triggered. And she said, because nobody protected her or had her back. I was like, Lisa, you are a grown ass woman. Why do you need anybody protecting you? Ooh, like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. So then on the flip side, they were talking about Jack and his mission, right? And I do get where Heather is coming from since she's been on a mission. She's trying to, I don't think she's trying to dissuade him from going on the mission, but I think she wants to enlighten Lisa on what happens on the missions. So that way, if he comes back different or anything, she knows what to expect, right? I think that's where Heather is coming from. And I could be wrong. But then on the flip side with that, we have a conversation between Angie and Monica. What I will say about this conversation with Angie and Monica, I was on Monica's side, right? Because Angie is still upset about this whole rumor. She's coming at Monica as if Monica was the one who went around saying that Sean has boyfriends. No. What happened is, and she also cleared it up, she did not hear the rumor from Meredith. She heard the rumor through the streets of Salt Lake City. So she said to her that you know, the streets are talking. And Angel was like, well, there are things that I can say about you. And she was like, go for it. What do you have? She said, divorce, cheating. I think she said foreclosure, whatever she said. She's like, I'm ready to own my shit. I was like, you guys, I gotta say, I really like Monica. I like Monica. She owns her ish, right? So they got into it. So at one point, Monica's mom came over trying to break up the situation with them. And Monica was like, no, tell her, like, she's coming for me. And then, Angie was like, well, I just want to break things. I just want to stop, She was like, yeah, you want to stop it for now, but then later you're going to come at me. And I was like, exactly, because that's all you keep doing, Angie. Like, you say you want to, break up the stuff and stop talking and move forward, but you don't because you keep harboring these issues and bringing it to whoever, and then you bring it back to Monica. So no, you're not trying to move forward. One other thing I want to say about Monica, she did show us her, and we were introduced to her dad, and with her dad, she was letting us know that he raised 7 kids. Her mom died when he was 44 years old, so he's been a widow. He was a widow at the age of 44, right? So sad. I'm so sorry to hear that as well. But that was really the episode. Now, what I will say that the biggest part of this episode was when Monica and her mama got into it, and Monica up and left her mama at that party. I was like, damn. Now, me and my mom, we've had some, we had arguments when she was living, but it was never like really bad arguments. But it would be some times where I'd get like really pissed off, and I'm like, you know what, mama, forget it. I don't care. Leave me alone, right? And I would never, I'm sorry, me personally, I would just never leave my mom at a party. Excuse me, yeah. Like, I would never do that to my mama. But yeah, you guys, that was Salt Lake City. Let me know if you guys watched it in the comments or live. If you guys didn't, it's fine. I appreciate everybody who stops by and just, listens to me talking in these videos. I appreciate you guys immensely, you guys. But yeah, you guys, so I'm going to get off of here. I hope you guys have a great day, rest of your day. Stay safe out there, you guys. Take care of yourselves, wash your hands, and be blessed. And also, you guys, please remember to join me tomorrow for another. Actually, I think so. I'm going to go back to my desk at work, and I'm going to rewatch the Love Is Blind reunion. So I'm probably going to schedule a live for 5 p.m. Central Time for that. So be sure to join me for that. If I do make it, I'll post it on the community tab so you guys can see it. And then also be sure tonight to catch me for my sister's review. Unfortunately, the season finale of American Horror Story. And then what else comes on tonight? Married at First Sight comes on tonight, but you guys, like I said, join me tomorrow for that live. I need to go make that live tonight. That live will be, I'm aiming for noon Central Time, 1 p.m. Central Time. So we'll be live tomorrow to discuss that. Um, The only thing about Married at First Sight that you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of, like when we have to go through meeting the people and go, go to the individual weddings. I just want to get straight to the honeymoon. But we're gonna rock and roll like we did last season. And so yeah, once again, like I said, join me for all of that stuff that's coming up. The live later this afternoon for Love is Blind. Join me for the reviews for Sisters, and American Horror Story, which is tonight, and then the live tomorrow for Married at First Sight. And I will catch you guys in the next one, you guys. Be blessed again. Stay safe, you guys. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.